My guest right now is Joe Frascella from Metro Moulded Parts in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, if anybody knows anything about weather, it's people who live in Minnesota, because you get a lot of snow there. It gets cold there.
Absolutely.
And Joe, you guys are all about weather stripping, and you're about quality weather stripping. What should someone look for when purchasing replacement weather stripping for their vehicle? It's got to be soft.
Okay, absolutely. And that's one of the main things that we're here at the show doing, is educating customers that there's things that you can't see on the internet that are really important when you're making a weather stripping purchase decision. And one of those features is basically just the softness of the weather stripping. These two parts are made, this is from one company, brand X, and then this is our company. And if you feel the differences on these, you'll feel the softness, and you can feel how soft ours is, and then you can tell me your opinion on that one.
This thing is almost like a hockey puck. I mean, it's not that hard, but in places it could be, just on the edges. It's very dense. And
it's very important when it comes to closing your doors, because obviously if you have something hard when you're closing your doors, it's not going to squish and compress, where our molded sponge actually will take the memory and the shape of that door. Because it's soft, it'll allow you to close your door first, and then it'll take that shape.
So come in and take a close-up on this here, because this is the difference. You can see there's even a difference in color. This is sort of a light gray black. That's a much darker black. I don't know if the color has anything to do with it, but and I wish you could feel this at home, because there is a marked difference in the feel of these two products.
Absolutely. And to show that on a more technical level, the reason that this dense material is dense, so brand X, if you were to go to this monitor here,
and take a look here at this. I'm using
an endoscopic microscope that's 50 times powered, and if you look at this monitor here, you can look and you can see that there's like an ununiform cell structure. You can see the big holes
right up in here. You can see that there are giant holes here and here, and then it's all kind of uneven, right?
It's all uneven, and you can see where there's a lot of dense area in there. And now to compare that to ours, and I'm just looking at the end view at this point, but if you compare that to ours, you can see that there's a lot more microcells and all through there, and it's a very uniform and even cell structure, which it gives it its softness.
And when you feel these two competing products, there's a different texture to it as well.
Absolutely, and we're making a very high grade Epdm sponge product, and what that means is it is different from a latex foam. For example, General Motors used the latex foam product, and what's different about that is once you break that skin surface and you actually look at what's underneath that skin surface, it has a lot of those, it looks like the same cell structure. In other words, it's an even cell structure, but what's different about this is that it's open cell. So this actually absorbs water, because those holes continue to migrate all the way through, where if you go back and you look at ours, the only reason why we can see these cell structures and these little tiny micro pockets is because we've cut into them, but each one of those pockets is unique to itself. And so they're totally enclosed. So if you cut the surface of our rubber, it will not absorb water.
So when I walked up to the booth, I just asked these guys, what you should look for in weather stripping, and I asked, is their product as good as original equipment? And they said better. And now I can easily understand why.
That's one reason why we feel that it's better.
Right. Well, Joe, thank you very much for sharing this information with us today.
Appreciate you
so when you're out there, whether you choose their product or another product, now you really know what to look for when you're about to purchase weather stripping to replace the old stuff on your old ride.